Hey, Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review, and I've been waiting for a while to get this into my hand to check it out in person, and it is flat out awesome. This is the CCK Big Rhino. KF2203 is the actual model number. Actually, I had to zoom out my zoom on my camera to fit all this in, so this thing is big, and it is a beast. So, I pulled it out of the box and my wife was like, what the heck is that thing? It looks like something out of a slasher movie, doesn't it? It's awesome. So this is made out of a monosteel construction, so it's one big old hunk of steel. They don't really say what the steel is. It's a reactive carbon steel. It does have a lacquer coating on it. The heat treat, I'm guessing 58, but it's probably a little bit lower than that. I did try this out on a few things, and I mean, the edge didn't even dent on some pretty good sized bones, so it... you know, it's probably fairly soft steel. Might be a little less hard than that. The weight on this one, this will vary just a little bit, but the weight on this one is 916 grams or 32.3 ounces, so it's a hunk of metal. The edge length is about 330 millimeters or 13 inches. And what I did was just roll this entire thing along a ruler, so that's the actual length of the curve of the actual edge, so that's your usable edge. Obviously, if you're chopping, you're going to use this back part, which is thicker and more meaty and has more beef behind it. But the front actually gets fairly thin, so this can be used for hanging cuts. This is really a pork butchery knife used a lot in Eastern countries. Again, it's kind of meant for hanging butchery, but it's a pretty versatile knife actually. So this tip we'll show you is pretty thin. The blade height at the tallest point is about 140 millimeters. Overall length about 14.9 inches, and then the spine thickness is about 7-ish millimeters here, and it starts, you can see this does have a taper to it, about 6 1/4, but then we taper down as we get here where this grind kicks in, and it gets pretty skinny at the tip for detailed work. But yet the back part does have quite a bit of beef behind it as well. And like I said, this thing, I mean, my hands are kind of medium hands, so you can see how big this crazy thing is. This thing is huge. It's hard to show you how big this is when you pull it out of the box. It's awesome. All I can say. But the grinds actually are pretty nicely done. It'll take a nice edge. I went ahead and worked on it. I actually took a stone and used it by hand, kind of the Takeda method of going back and forth with it, and did that with some EP size stones. And it'll take a pretty doggone sharp edge. So, but it's meant to just, chop stuff at the back, heavy strokes, or, chopping various things, including bones or gristle, or, dissecting something large if you got something large to work on. And then the front can dig in there and get into joints or tips, tighter areas, if you kind of use it to curve around. So just a cool, really, really cool knife. Check out the Chef Knives to Go product page that you're probably on. If you're looking at this, there's some pretty cool, it's kind of fun to read the comments on this thing from different people that have it and have been using it. So anyway, this is an awesome beast. This is the CCK Big Rhino KF2203 knife.